Hello and welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. We are channeling the energy for the upcoming new moon. But this is a timeless reading, so regardless of when you are seeing this video, Spirit has a message for you. Before we begin, I will show you each card up close after I clear the energies by playing a singing bowl, and then you can decide which pile is calling you. So let's begin. Here is pile 1. With the sickle card. And here is pile 2. With the summer card. I will now begin pile number 1's reading. Timestamps will be below. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the sickle card, which is all about focus, regrowth, and letting go. And it's a common symbol associated with the Grim Reaper, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Just like the death in tarot doesn't literally mean death, but rather a closing of one door and the opening of a new chapter. So there is definitely something in your life around this new moon or around this time in your life in general that you have to let go of something, whether that be your past, a way of thinking, limiting beliefs, and really focus on how you want your future to look and what can be cut away for that growth to happen in the best way possible. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. The sickle is a gardening tool used for harvesting and reaping, though it is also closely associated with death. In art, death is often seen holding this tool, a symbol of taking a life that has finished. The sickle helps you to clear away dead matter and control overgrowth, allowing for new growth to take place unhindered. Clearing and cutting away outdated or unneeded material leaves space for new life and beginnings. It doesn't cut life short. Instead, it reinforces available resources so that life can continue. The sickle card reminds you to cut away that drains your energy or what no longer serves you so focused growth can take place. And a reflection you can journal about is, what parts of your life need to be cut back or cut out completely to help you grow? As I was reading this, I was reminded of a video I've seen of a woman who is more into plants than I am, and she was showing that she had this plant and she just chopped it off to the soil, and she says, watch, it's gonna grow back stronger. And then she shows it months later and it's stronger and bigger than it was prior. And that is just the visual representation of what we need to do in our lives to have the most efficient, most soul-aligned growth. Because I'm sure there are certain things in your life that you can feel just aren't working anymore, or they don't have that same satisfaction they might have used to have. If you have some habits that are keep holding you back, maybe you have certain things you do to avoid your feelings or to avoid the hard work and procrastinate, Spirit wants you to really focus in and control those pulls for your attention. Maybe that's doom scrolling, maybe it's even prioritizing tasks that necessarily shouldn't be at the top of your to-do list, but you're doing them in order to avoid other tasks that feel more daunting. So Spirit wants you to know that you can handle whatever is coming in your life, good or bad, and it's just about having that focus so that you can handle it in the most efficient, beneficial way possible for yourself. But I will draw a Guardian Angel Oracle card for you now to see what else is incoming around this energy. And I'm also getting with the Sickle card that if you don't cut away what is draining you, you can get sick. If we have all of these different things pulling on our energy, we are going to be drained at the end of the day, no matter what. So Spirit wants you to know, in order to avoid farther complications, and this is not like to fear, of course, it's not even necessarily that you could get sick. I don't want to put fear into you, but you will feel more drained and more tired, and that could lead to getting sick. So it's just as a cautionary statement that it's always good to focus our energy in and not waste our precious energy and time we have on things that don't bring positivity and relief into your life. Of course, there are some things that we have to get done no matter what, but if there are things you can cut out to improve your life, now is a great time to do so. And the Guardian Angel you got is the Angel of Revelation. This feels like a epiphany. Like, you are going to realize, yes, something is not working in my life right now. Things are not going as I want them to, and you almost realize that, oh, this is what I have to cut out of my life. So I'm getting, if you don't already have an idea of what that thing is that you should cut out of your life, it will be incoming for you to have that realization. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. In the Bible, the idea of revelation signified the unveiling of the most profound mysteries of life, the spirit and the divine. In your own life, revelation may occur as a sudden insight, as powerful as a trumpet call, or as the unveiling of an impulse so deep that you never imagined its existence. The Angel of Revelation signals that you are about to learn supremely important things about your life and the universe. With an open heart, ask the angel for his life-enhancing message. Afterwards, you may experience heightened awareness, have dreams or visions that provide farther insight into the truth, and feel inspired with wisdom, as if the angel has whispered into your mind. And some symbols of this card include trumpet, cloak, book, closed box, key, lake, mirror, and all-seeing eye. And an affirmation you can use at this time is, I trust that the knowledge I need will be revealed when I am ready. I trust that the knowledge I need will be revealed when I am ready. So I'm really getting that you will have some sort of dreams incoming, and right now you may not really know what it is you should focus on, and so Spirit wants you to, rather than trying to decide what to focus all your energy on, focus on what you can cut back, whether that is getting rid of some things, making space for the new, and getting rid of some of the old. And in the process of that, you will have some sort of revelation of, oh yes, this is what I should go for, or what I should put my energy into. But I will now draw some tarot cards to see what else is incoming for this energy. What does pile number 1 need to hear? Your first tarot card is the Ace of Coins. So there is a new opportunity incoming, and you are just going to want to shout it from the rooftops. And that this new opportunity will be related to this revelation you are having, and it's going to help you move forward with confidence. Deers may be significant to you. Someone may call you deer, or you may see a deer out in nature. And being near lakes and bodies of water can always help bring messages. And if you are unable to do that, even just speaking into your water can also bring these revelations for you. And whatever this revelation is will bring money incoming for you. So if you have been a little bit worried about finances and just the material world, Spirit wants you to know that you will have this focus to go into the right path, even if you're unsure of what direction you're going in right now. I am also getting your throat chakra might need some work now. It's going to be the time to speak what's on your mind, with kindness, of course, but even just with the angel with the trumpet and the Ace of Coins figure holding this coin here, it's like now is the time to be heard. Clear that throat chakra. You have value to bring, and you have to show that you have that value. If we don't communicate and show what we are capable of, people will have no idea. We have no idea the capabilities of the people we walk by every single day. So in the same sense, if you are in a situation where you can choose to sit on the sidelines and hide in a corner or show yourself, you showing yourself and voicing what you have to voice could make a huge impact, and it could open up new opportunities for you. And this also doesn't have to be on like a broad, big global scale. It might just be in your workplace speaking up a bit more, or your family dynamic. And that will open new opportunities the more you open your throat chakra and your mouth and speak your mind, which can be scary if you're not used to doing it, but it will just bring way more relief to your life rather than holding things in. Let's see what your next tarot card is. The Seven of Cups. So there is definitely some confusion right now about what direction to take, and there's a bit of nervousness, and I'm getting that you don't want to cut off all of the options you have, which completely makes sense. And in life, it can be scary to just choose what direction to go in. We don't know if we're going to get a silver medal, gold medal at the end of the road, or nothing at all, a lump of coal. As a example, we never know what path, what will lead, we never know what will be at the end of a path for us. We just have to go down one, see if we like it, and if we do, we can continue. But having a lot of options can be very overwhelming, and Spirit wants you to know that that's okay. And the first thing to do is to just go for one of those things after some assessment. So you can make a pros and cons list. You can think about years or a year down the line of whatever certain path you're thinking about, and what would that daily life look like. Because sometimes we'll have an idea in our head of a career or a certain direction we want to go in, or a place to move to, But if you really think about the logistics of what the day-to-day life would look like in that experience, sometimes we realize that that's not necessarily what we want. For example, if you are someone and you want to go after a good job, like a lot of people do, and you're just focusing on the money aspect, which of course is an important aspect, but if you choose a path that has a good paycheck at the end of it, but then you look at the day-to-day life of that career and it's sitting in an office all day, it's not being able to travel, it's not being able to have time for your family, then maybe that path isn't quite the aligned path for you. And sometimes we'll go through this deep thinking and through all these different aspects of our options, and you end up choosing one that you think you will enjoy, and you may not. But that's okay, and that's the journey of life. And sometimes we will go down a path and learn things from it that we can take into the future, even if we didn't necessarily end up where we were intending to go. It can open other doors, and you can have revelations from going down one path that could open a door to a different one. So it's okay that you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed right now. Just try something that you think would make you the happiest. And you will discover in the process of what works and what doesn't. And it doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you didn't do well. It means you're living your life, and that's part of life. Let's see your next tarot card. We have the Palace of Wands. The Palace card is special to this deck of cards, and so the Palace of Wands is like the place you can be the most creative. You can be your most creative self. And there is a butterfly on this card. So butterflies may be significant. There's actually many butterflies on this card, which is great confirmation that your manifestations will be incoming. There are also lots of flowers on this card, roses, and there's actually the Knight of Wands on the Palace of Wands. And so right now is the time to go for those creative passions of yours, and that may open up new doors for you. And even if you don't necessarily see yourself making money from it, like maybe it's a hobby right now that you enjoy doing after work or in your free time, but Spirit wants you to know that if you cut out things in your life that just aren't really working right now and put more focus and energy into what is working and what feels creative for you, that is going to open up doors that you didn't even know were there. So definitely something you've been wanting to manifest will be incoming. I'm getting you will get messages or urges to go for certain things in your life that you weren't really taking seriously before, but Spirit wants you to know that you should be, because you have something that you don't realize is special, and it is, and it's something creative. I will now draw a Moonology card to see what other energies are incoming for you. The card you got is Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon. So Spirit wants you to just trust in the universe at this time. Part of manifesting and planning for our future is making that plan and envisioning what it is we want, but also then letting it go. We can make the plans and the goals that we need to in order to start working towards that future, but in the process of working towards it, we have to accept that we can only do what we can, and the rest, we just have to trust the universe. And sometimes, if what it is you are going for is soul aligned, The universe may bless you with opportunities to quicken your path that you didn't expect. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you will find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Repeat after me. I am getting the answers I need. I am getting the answers I need. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. So yes, Spirit is definitely communicating there is something you need to let go of so that you can embrace your future. Let go of the past, let go of negative thinking. Whatever comes to your mind, you probably already have an idea of what it is you need to let go of, and move forward with faith. Move forward trusting in the divine and that you are living on your most divine timeline. You can just keep repeating that to yourself. When you feel a little bit nervous or unsure, just keep repeating that to yourself, and then through the confusion, you can still have trust, at least, that your life is good, it's going to turn out beautifully. You just have to move through this chapter and cut back what is no longer serving you. So that is your reading for today. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe so I know you are enjoying the readings. I will now be moving on to pile number 2. Have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose the Summer card, which is all about expansion and growth. And some symbols you may be seeing around you soon, if you haven't already, are sunflowers and bees. And with the Summer card, you are definitely going to be having growth incoming into your life and expansion. And with new moons, that really makes sense because new moons are a great time for manifesting. So if you are looking to have some growth in your life, whether that's in career, friendships, family, now is a great time for that. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. Summer is bursting with energy. The sun is high, the weather is warm, and the nights are short. Summer brings increased growth for all living things, but all this energy and unrestricted growth can get out of hand. Increased growth means increased attention is required to manage your projects so you ensure everything unfolds properly. The Summer card means it's an optimal time for expansion, but it also tells you to keep an eye on the energies in your life so that they stay focused and productive. If you don't tend your garden, it will become overgrown and straggly. Some endeavors will fail as others overshadow them, like a vine strangling a beautiful plant. And a reflection this card offers that you can journal about is, what parts of your life can you expand to feel more fulfilled? What parts of your life can you expand to feel more fulfilled? I'm getting with the summer card, while it is a great time for growth and expansion, for example, if you are someone who is working outside in the heat, while you can get more done because the days are longer, you can get burnt out quicker. So, while it is good to focus on your growth and expanding in your life, make sure you don't overdo it. Stay hydrated, take your breaks. Just because the days are longer doesn't necessarily mean you have more energy in your tank to get those things done. So definitely work towards your goals, but just don't overdo it. But I will draw a Guardian Angel Oracle card now to see what angels are around you during this time. You got the Angel of Wisdom. So you're definitely gaining some knowledge here. And with what I was just saying about not working too hard, I'm getting that has to do with the wisdom. Like you've gained that wisdom to not burn yourself out. Sit under a tree, breathe in the fresh air, spend time with friends. Don't just do work, work, work all the time. And maybe that is the wisdom you are learning right now. That even though you want to do all those things and you have the ambition and the drive, it doesn't mean we can create more hours in the day than there already are. So take some time to meditate, contemplate on your problems and what it is you are working towards. And if what you are working towards takes mental energy, that rest is even more important. And that is when we can also get more burnt out. When we are working on more so mental processes, we sometimes feel like we don't deserve a break because we are not physically working. But the brain takes a lot of our energy from our body. And that is the wisdom you're gaining here, that even though you're not physically moving your body, maybe, you still need that rest. And through that rest, you can get messages that you wouldn't get if you're frantically busy all the time. Sometimes you have the best ideas during rest, during that time of being quiet and conserving your energy a little bit. So meditating would be a great thing to do during this full moon and just during this time in general. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. Knowledge can be obtained from many sources, but wisdom arises from within. Wisdom involves understanding how all your life experiences form part of a greater universal pattern and is vital for spiritual growth. The Angel of Wisdom assures you that he is by your side to help your soul find this wisdom on its journey through life. Seek a peaceful place where you can be alone, in the mountains, among the trees, by the sea, anywhere you can find a sense of stillness that will reflect your inner being. Ask the Angel of Wisdom to bring your mind into harmony with the divine laws that govern the universe, and to nurture the blossoming of your inner wisdom. And some symbols of this card are apple, mountain range, golden yellow, bee, which you already got a bee in the summer card, moonlight, owl, and pearl. And a affirmation you can use at this time is, I connect with universal wisdom and also trust my inner wisdom. I connect with universal wisdom and also trust my inner wisdom. So bees are definitely very significant for you here. And I'm also getting with the owl card, maybe you consider yourself a night owl. But Spirit wants you to maybe dabble in that bee life a little bit and get those things done during the day and see how that makes you feel. And try and prioritize rest a little bit more to allow that wisdom to arise. And there's definitely something with the bees and yellow, and there's also more yellow on this card. And so yellow is a significant color for you at this time. And bees, you may need to reach out to your community a little bit at this time. And not necessarily for help, but just for socializing. Maybe that is the rest you need. Maybe you haven't been prioritizing your social network and your family. And social time is very important. That is why in jail and prison, the ultimate punishment is being isolated. So, from everybody, even the other inmates. So that is why in our own lives we can easily isolate ourselves and almost inflict that punishment upon ourselves, especially if you go to work, you come home, you're too tired to do anything. But try and make time for those friendships. I know it can be hard when you feel like there's 1,000 things to get done, but there's always going to be 1,000 things to get done. And prioritizing those friendships makes working towards your goals more enjoyable and can actually help you recharge so that you can expand in your life more easily. But I will now draw some tarot cards to see what other energies are incoming for you. And with apples being significant here, there may be something happening during the apple season, so into like September. There may be some shift. Maybe that will be the significant growth you are working towards, and that's when you're really going to see it, is in the month of September, I'm getting. And I think that's around the time when the sunflowers are also blooming. Your first tarot card is the Two of Swords. So you're definitely trying to choose between two options right now, trying to weigh them out and see which one will be best for you. And she has this blindfold on, so maybe you don't really want to see those two options clearly, and Spirit wants you to really assess those two options. Don't leave it up to a coin toss, but rather actually look at those two options. But Spirit wants you to know that regardless of which option you end up choosing, both are going to be perfectly aligned for you in one way or another. And so it's not that one is going to be very significantly bad for you. It's just about really looking at what those options are and assessing them, maybe make a pros and cons list, so it's easier and less daunting to make a decision. Because if we're just fretting about it without actually analyzing it, that's a waste of your energy. So Spirit wants you to take some time, maybe meditate on something that you have been struggling to decide or struggling to deal with at this time, and that will help you see things more clearly rather than with a blindfold trying to choose blindly. Your next card is the Six of Wands. Exactly. There is nothing to worry about with these two options. Your spirit team is going to be celebrating you. You are going to be celebrating the growth that is happening in your life. And it's going to feel like a victory. It's going to feel like you made the right choice. You took the time to really contemplate so that you can choose the direction you want to go in appropriately and with knowledge and wisdom. And with the Six of Wands card, I'm getting like Game of Thrones. There's some dragons on there, and this card just reminds me of Game of Thrones or House of Dragons. If you watch those shows, that may be significant for you. And dragons themselves, I know some readers do readings and they are referencing dragons and such, and so the dragon symbolism itself may be significant for you. It might feel like you gain this knowledge and this wisdom and you're just like riding that dragon towards your goal with no problems in your way, because the dragon is helping you take care of it. And that dragon is your spirit team, it is the universe. If you are going towards something that is soul aligned, it's going to just feel like a victory step by step. Of course, it will still be work, but it's going to feel much more meaningful and fulfilling. So let's see what your next tarot card is. We have the Two of Coins now. So you're definitely trying to juggle something right now, and you may be doing this successfully or unsuccessfully. And if you're doing it and it feels like you're happy with it and you're enjoying that variety of your goals, then maybe that is a good thing for you to keep going and keep balancing those two things. I know, especially if you're more prone to ADHD, sometimes, or have ADHD, sorry. Some people are diagnosed and some people just feel they have those tendencies. And I find if you do have those tendencies, it can be helpful to have a few projects on the go because you do get bored. And so if you put all your eggs into one basket, and if you get burnt out, you may just abandon that basket, rather than if you have a few things on the go, you can do a little bit here, do a little bit there, so you don't get completely burnt out from one project or sick of it or bored. And twos are definitely a significant number for you during this time. You may see a lot of twos and the number 2, and that is spirit communicating with you. And so if you see the angel number 222, know that that is a message from your spirit team that you are on the right path. But I will now draw a Moonology card to see what other energies are incoming for you. Oh, and we had one fall here. You got a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. And I believe that the new moon is actually in Cancer, the channeling I am getting. So Cancer may be significant for you. You may be a Cancer, you may be meeting a Cancer. And so whatever it is you are weighing here, and whatever decision you are trying to decide to make, to put that expansion into, to put your energy into, you are going to find the resolution. You are going to gain that wisdom so that you know what direction to go in, and it's going to work out beautifully. And I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals that a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is your time to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? Just as I was saying, you may have been neglecting emotional connections, social connections that can actually help you on your path. People have knowledge and experiences that we don't even realize they have. And sometimes, even just hanging out with others, our friends, our family, even if we don't necessarily talk about the things we are going through, we gain wisdom through them, through what they are going through the things they talk about. So, really reach out to your community at this time. But the issue you're dealing with is going to be resolving, and it's going to be resolving in just a beautiful way. You are going to be celebrating, and that is just so exciting. There's like 2 tarot cards here, and they just have their arms up. Like, finally, we finally know what direction to go in and how to fix our problems. So it's just about taking that first step. Don't overwork yourself. There is growth and expansion incoming. It is going to be an exciting season for you. That is your reading for today. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more readings. I hope you have a blessed day.